guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with my little cabochons that we made with the wax seals in them, and they're all dry now with the glossy accents and things. They look absolutely gorgeous, and I just want to show you some others that I made. I'm hoping that this video is going up after the video where I have patinaed some items, but to be honest, it might be that it isn't, because I do lose track of kind of where, you know, the order that things are going in. But if I didn't, it's coming, but if I did, then fantastic. So I just then did a few of the coloured cabochons as well, just so that I've got, you know, a really nice variety of different ones to use. Oh, that was another kind of plain one, and that one, and that one. But don't they look absolutely lovely? So yeah, I'm not sure which ones I prefer, to be honest. I think they're all just really gorgeous. And, you know, I mean, again, they're going to just vary, aren't they? You know, depending on what journal and things that you're going to be using them for. So my first thing that I thought that we could do is make just some little hangy charms to put on your journals. And what I've got here, I've got my tassels, which I did, you know, again, hopefully share these with you recently. I purchased these from Amazon. I can't remember how many that I got. I'm hoping that I've got my Amazon links working by now. And then, you know, you'll be able to kind of check them out and see the exact ones that I actually purchased. But the only thing is they've got this quite a long, you know, loop here to hang them, which personally I just found a little bit too long for this. Now, it might be that, you know, I'm kind of missing the point. Maybe I could kind of drag it through or something. I'm not sure. So what I did to make this shorter was I just literally knotted it through like that. Get it roughly kind of where you want it. Pull it really tight. And then what I did was just snipped it off with the scissors. Now I'm thinking you could possibly use your lighter to kind of seal the end of that, you know, or a candle or something, just to stop that really coming undone again. So yeah, that's kind of how I've done that. Now what I then did was I've got my gems, and we made these or very similar to these using the Tim Holtz pieces during our, you know, use your stash series kind of run up to Christmas. So again, just kind of pulling in something that I think is going to go. Now, unfortunately, I could do with doing some more of these because I obviously haven't got enough. So I'm going to go with the first colour that I dug out, because of course they went perfectly. And now I'm struggling to find some that go just as well. So I've got my little bulb pins, and again, just going to use the like antique bronze type ones, or antique copper type colour. And then all I'm going to do is layer my items up kind of one at a time. So, oops, if I can see. And then I've got my cabochon there and my, oops, tassel at the back. Oops, I think I've actually gone through the thing rather than through the loop. Well, either or is fine. I mean, actually, to be honest, you know, it might be better to actually stitch it through, or, you know, poke it through, because then it would kind of hold really well. Isn't that such a gorgeous little charm to hang off of your journal? And yeah, I just thought that looks so pretty. It's really, you know, my type of thing, I think. You know, this kind of vintagey, but not boho, because, you know, I mean, I love boho when other people do it, but I can't seem to carry that style off. So I'm just not naturally drawn to that style. Whereas this to me looks quite, you know, Marie Antoinette, that kind of era. Yeah, it's just got that, you know, more of that kind of look to it really, to me. So let's do another one and see whether I can find some other bits to layer it up with. So I've got some green charms here, which of course will go nicely with this. So I'm just struggling to find a little gem. I mean, I have got that one. It's not perfect. It would be better with a green one. But what I've also pulled out is I've got my little postage stamp charms, which again, you know, I've got a tutorial on making these, but they're just, you know, basically just stamps onto chipboard and then glossy accented. So yeah, these I just like to keep a whole bunch ready in my stash, so I've got kind of tons there to pick from. So maybe that one would be a nice kind of match with this. And again, what I'm going to do, obviously I don't put my holes in for these until I'm ready to use them, just in case I decide to use them for something else. You know, don't necessarily want a hole in it, you know, if I'm not going to be using it as a dangly charm. So just put my hole in, like, oops, like that. And then again, just thread onto a bulb pin my different pieces. So got my, oh my goodness, I could do with putting my glasses on for this, I think, really. And then onto the postage stamp, and then through the, oh my goodness, really do need to pull my glasses down from the top of my head, because this is super tricky to see, but oh my goodness. Right, so that little charm there. So I mean, they're just something a little bit different to, you know, our tassely charms or anything like that. And I just thought, oh, these are lovely, and they are so quick and easy to make. And to be fair, you know, I know that lots of you make your own tassels, so, you know, that's wonderful if you're able to do that. They're the type of thing that I think I would find a little bit fiddly to do. But, you know, if you've already made some of these postage stamp glossies and you've got these kind of in your stash, then great, you've got those ready to go. Then you could make some of these little bits like that. And again, if you've got any gemstones, you know, the hangy kind of gems, and you could just colour those, then they'll be, you know, all ready to go in your stash. And that all just helps to really kind of, you know, speed up the process of making a journal. So let's make another one and just seeing what colour I've got here that would go. Oh, that's perfect, isn't it? So again, just going to make this loop smaller. I mean, you don't have to make it smaller. It's just, for me, I think, oh, that's a little bit on the long side, and, you know, it would be dangling a little bit too low. So, yeah, not that. And then just snip that down. Whoops. Like that. Again, just kind of take your lighter and, you know, just burn the ends, just to hopefully stop it just coming on, you know, unknotted. So like that. I'm just going to have a quick sip of my tea. Hold on. Oh, that's so nice. Right. Shall we go for this colour? I mean, again, it's not perfect, but it's okay. I prefer it with this than I did with the green. So, oops. 1, 2, and I mean, you could just take all of these little bits downstairs at night while you're watching TV, and before you know it, you know, you could have probably made like 30 of these, to be honest, you know, if you've got all your bits ready made. Oh, not sure as I'd be very good, to be honest, watching TV doing this, because we tend to just have the lamp on, not really the main light. So I think it would be too dark for me to be able to see what I was doing at all. But yes, if you don't suffer with your rubbish eyesight like I do, then you could probably do things like this in front of the TV. I'm just having a look to see, perhaps I could do a blue one. I mean, that's not quite the right colour blue. Let me see if I've got another blue. I mean, these tassels, I can't remember how many I got, but you do get a lot. So yeah, you get, you know, a good range of colours and things. So let me just double check. Might have been 100 or something. Yeah, I really can't remember. But yeah, you get a lot. So, well, that's probably better with that, isn't it? Perfect, 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 perfect. Right, let's just quickly put the rest of these away, because I'm sure you've probably got the idea of this now. Okay, let me just get ready to hang those up. So again, just going to knot this off at the top. You know, and like I say, I mean, you don't have to do that, but you might just find that you don't like them as dangly, you know, as long and dangly as they come. So again, just snip that down. Okay, oops. I mean, you probably don't really have to, you know, seal the end like this with the lighter, but I think it's just probably a good kind of precaution to stop it coming unravelled, really. Now, again, I don't seem to have any of these little gems in blue, which is a shame, but I do have some blue postage stamps. So let me find the one that I think is going to go best. Or, you know, find one that I think is going to go best. Probably, yeah, probably just have to go with that one that I've got out, because it doesn't look like I've actually got any other. Oh, I've got this one, which is another blue one. So yeah, just between these two, really. That one or that one. I think actually this one, because the other one perhaps was going to make it a little bit too dark. So again, just kind of go through and yeah, just punch my hole. And I just use that small hole in the crocodile rather than the sort of larger of the two. I'm using the tiny one. I mean, I don't feel the need to put an eyelet in or anything like that, but I guess you could, you know, if you wanted to. So again, just going to go through my 3 bits. Again, just struggle with my eyesight. Oops, dear. Okay. And hang that on. Aren't they just so cute? I really, really love them. I mean, you could put these like on a little closure. You know, you could do all sorts of different things with these, to be honest. So let me just pull in a journal. Again, it's just a journal that, you know, I haven't started working on just yet or anything. But if I just pull one in just to demonstrate. So, for instance, this here, you know, you could just clip onto the spine, and that way it's, you know, it's just a nice charm, nice dangle that's not going to be too big and, you know, obtrusive kind of to your journal. You know, you could put it anywhere, to be honest. You could put it here. You could incorporate it with a closure. You could put it on there and have a, you know, a latch kind of fastening or something like that. But they're just really pretty, aren't they? I mean, of course, you could have these inside, you know, your journal. Oops, on one of the pages inside. I don't tend to put kind of dangly things too much on the inside of my journals. I mean, that's a bit of a sweeping statement, so never say never, but I just don't tend to. But yeah, you definitely could, because the beauty of these is, of course, you know, they're pretty flat, they're pretty, you know, unobtrusive. So yeah, you could definitely put them inside your journals and not just restrict them to the outside. So that's a few kind of ideas with those, which I just think are really, really cute. So I'm going to definitely make a few of these to have on hand. And then I will probably store these exactly as I store my other, you know, tassely charms. So, oops, let me just grab it in and I'll do it with you now. So I tend to just get a ring, and I've got these huge rings here. And then I can just store, oops, let me just get those back out of the way. I just store them all on there. And this is how I store my other tassels. This was not my idea. Oh, I'm trying to remember who told me about this. Yeah, I really can't remember, I'm afraid. I'm so sorry. But yeah, not my idea at all. But what a brilliant way to store dangles and charms and things. And then that can just all hang on a little hook, you know, by my desk. And then when I need one, I can just pull it in and do that. So yeah, that's how I'm going to store those. Okay, so another way to use these is, of course, you know, as we've done with our ribbon embellishments. I'm just going to quickly finish my tea. Oh, it was pretty cold, but never mind. As we've done with our other ribbon embellishments, you could just put these on like that across there. So just going to take this one. Now this is one that I have patinaed, and as you can see, I didn't patina the back of it. So it's just as well I'm using it like this. And we don't have to see the back of it. And just pop that onto the ribbon like that. How gorgeous is that? And it's just a perfect, you know, again, ready-made piece to put into your journals. So absolutely love it. Let me see if I've got some other ribbon in need of a a piece that would just go. So hold on a second. I mean, yeah, I've made a whole bunch of these the other day, so I haven't got that many without a little piece, but come on, must have a few in here, I'm sure. Got this, but this is probably a little bit sort of small, but probably not the right colour on there. That's not too bad, actually. I think this was one of the lilac ones, but weirdly on there, it just kind of brings it out and makes it look quite brownish. So let's just use that one on there, like that. Aren't they just so gorgeous? Absolutely love, love, love how they look. They're so pretty, aren't they? So that's another way that you can obviously use these. So let me just move these out of the way now. Actually, I will just keep the couple that we did, so that at the end, hopefully, we can just do a quick revisit of all the different, you know, things that you can do, or the ways that you can use these. So just keep those two there. Right. And another thing that I thought I thought you could do with these is obviously use them as like centers for flowers. So again, I've got those gorgeous flowers that I bought recently from Amazon. These have got that plastic back, which just makes them a bit bulky for using. So yeah, straight away I kind of try and get rid of that, because, you know, I don't want them kind of bulked up like that. And then now, let me just see whether I have some smaller ones. These were all the same size, which is weird, because I felt like I had some smaller ones at first. But anyway, I digress. So what you could do is obviously layer your flower up, and particularly these tiny ones that we talked about. Aren't they such a cute little centre for the flower? So I'm just going to glue this flower together like that. Okay. Whoops. Like that. Just be a bit careful of your fingers, because of course, you know, well, I mean, if you're using hot glue, that is. I mean, I'm choosing to use hot glue because it's just the quickest thing. When you're doing a video, you want something really nice and quick. And then take my little centre, just pop that in there, and it just really gives such a vintage look to that flower, doesn't it? Really, really love how that looks. I mean, it's a bit like a sort of vintage button, I think. Oops. Yeah, it's got a bit of a look like a vintage button. But of course, we've just used up those little metal cabochons that otherwise, you know, I had kind of, you know, wondered how I was going to actually use those tiny ones. But they're just perfect for these flowers, aren't they? So let's do another one of those, because it looks really pretty, doesn't it? So let's use this one. I think this is like a blue type colour, but it's hard to say whether it's blue or sort of mint green. Oh, oops, mint green actually. I'll just get rid of those. Okay. So just see. Just deciding which is, oh, that's a nice colour in there, isn't it? So again, just layer these up like that. Okay. And then the next one. Okie doke. Like that. And then just pop our centre in. Oops. Like that. Oh my goodness, how gorgeous does that look? Love how that looks. It's so pretty, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous way. Absolutely gorgeous way to, you know, put centres in your flowers, I think. I can't tell you how vintage these look. I mean, I hope that they're kind of coming across like it on camera. They look really, really, really cute. Just going to see whether I can ink this flower up at all. Not saying it necessarily needs it, but just kind of go around the edges a little bit with that. Okay. Oh, how scrumptious does that look? I love how that looks. So pretty. So should we do one more? I've got a lilac one, which hopefully, you know, could use with this one. So yeah, let's just take that centre out. Okay, and some of these petals are more lilac than the others actually, so I'm wondering I might have the more lilac ones at the top of this. So yeah, let's put this one here. I think that third one I think is slightly smaller than these, so yeah, I'll have to do it like this. Oh dear. Okay, and then this one. And I mean, actually, again, you know, because these are actually picking up those inks quite well, we could, you know, ink this with a bit of purpley. So let's use this Dusty Concord. And give this one a whirl. So yeah, okay. So again, just going to pick this up and do it sort of like as one. Okay. Oh, how pretty is that? I mean, obviously it's not the same colour purple as what was on those petals, but my gosh, how pretty does that look? Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And then again, just finish that off with my, oh, was that the centre that I was going to use? Yeah. So then just pop this one on, like that. Oh, how gorgeous does that look? Absolutely love how that looks. This one's, for some reason, it's wanting to go that way. I must have stuck the flowers. Oh gosh, did I do them upside down, do you think? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, when I go to use that and glue it down, it will obviously glue, you know, glue down flat, so it's fine. But yeah, aren't they just so pretty? I really love them. And then the other thing that I thought that we could do is just make some like decorative edge strips and just use them as like a little centerpiece for the decorative edge strips. So let me pull in some, you know, just kind of scrappy pieces of paper, I think. So yeah, let's pull in this. Right, just working out which section I think looks nicest. So I'm just going to take this down here. Okay, and then, oops. Please excuse the back of this. Obviously it was, you know, it had other things on it originally. And then let's just, wondering, shall I double layer it with the same? Probably best not. Got some script. No, that's not really long enough. Oh, this is just typical, isn't it? I now can't quite get the right thing. That's not right either. Although that would have looked nice. Okay, let me just see what else I've got laying around. Could have some script, so let's just put in this. Okay. Like that. Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a little bead of glue straight down the middle of there. So let me just grab my glue. Oh, my glue is in a different bag now where I'd taken my stuff downstairs to do some crafting last night, and yeah, it was still in my bag. You know, I had at least remembered to bring the bag up today, which that's unusual because often I don't even remember to do that. But yeah, I had actually brought it up, but oh, come on. I'd kept it with the stick pin in there overnight and everything, and up, you know, facing that way, but it feels really freezing. So yeah, it's back to that temperature thing again. So again, just layer that sort of on top of there. And then again, probably what I would do here is just kind of maybe run a little stitch straight down the middle of here. Maybe like a zigzag stitch or something. Probably take that out there. And then you could just finish these with like a gorgeous piece in the middle. So I'm going to take that to the sewing machine and then we'll do that, you know, finish that off. Just wondering actually whether I might prefer to have that one. No. Right, okay, so let's do another one of those because it looks really pretty, doesn't it? So yeah, that script is going to be good to use in the centre because it's a nice neutral colour. Okay, let me just see what I've got laying around on the desk. I've got some of that gorgeous paper. Which one would I use with this? Well, I mean, to be honest, I guess I could use any. Oh, that's gorgeous on there, isn't it? Right, okay, so again, just going to stick this straight down the centre. I don't have to do that. I could just literally take it straight to the, you know, sewing machine and stitch it on, but I just thought, well, you know, maybe gluing first is just going to be a bit helpful. So like that, just take this edge down a bit more. Okay, and then actually I'm just wondering whether, well, it's a little bit big probably for in the centre of a butterfly, but not so bad on those, but no, probably better without those, I think. But yeah, like that, I think. So I'm going to, yeah, again, take that to the sewing machine and stitch that down. So I'll be back in a minute. Actually, just before I go to the sewing machine, sorry, as I got up, I just spotted this, and I bought this a little while ago, and I hadn't used it yet, but I thought, oh, actually, this I think is going to look rather pretty. So again, just going to go with some script down the centre of the decorative, you know, strip. So pop that down there. Again, just kind of glue it down. Just straight down the centre. Like that. Oops. Oops, I'm trying to press it onto those now. Oh my goodness. Right. Sorry, as usual, it's a do as I say, not as I do type of video. And then now this is adhesive ribbon. Again, I mean, I don't know what the longevity would be of this. I never really trust adhesive things to actually stay stuck down very well. But hey, who knows? I've never tried this ribbon before, but yeah, I mean, if I wasn't stitching this on the sewing machine, I would probably add a little bit of glue onto here as well, just to really make sure it's going to be stuck down properly. But just put that down along like that. I actually probably would prefer this ribbon as it goes. I would probably prefer it not adhesive, you know, just as normal ribbon. But anyway, that's not how it came. It did come adhesive. So yeah, that's how it is. Right. So just again, tear this down like that. Okay, so I'm going to, yeah, put that through the sewing machine. Just before I go, I know keep on saying that now. I'm obviously in one of those modes today where things keep on occurring to me, you know, as I'm doing things. It's like, oh, I'm just going to try this. So I just suddenly thought, actually, I'm just going to see whether we might want to layer up a third layer of paper on these. Which colour were we putting on there? Were we doing the blue? Can't remember now. I think we were doing this one, weren't we? No. Yes or no? Can't decide. Oh yeah. So let's do one with and one without. So yeah, we've got then a couple of different looks going on. Oh, again, that glue's not wanting to play because of the cold. So right. Let's just put all this out the way. Right, I'm now going to the sewing machine and I will be back. Okay, I'm back from the sewing machine now. I have to say, I did these two in the black thread and I did the red one with white thread. Now, in hindsight, I'm actually wishing that I had done the red one with black thread as well, but you know, I didn't really think that that would go with the green that I'm planning on using with it. But yeah, I'm now wishing that I had, but never mind. Right, cut my threads off quickly like that. And this one, I seem to have like tons of threads, like for only 3 tiny bits of sewing, don't I? Not sure why I've got so many threads here today, but never mind. Right, now do we want to quickly ink this up a little bit? So yeah, let's just ink around there like that. Okay, and this one, I have to say I'm having a bit of an urge here to do something gold on this, so I'm thinking maybe some gold splatters or something would look quite nice. Yeah, what do we think? Actually, as well, thinking for the first time that perhaps I'm needing a new ink pad. This ink pad has lasted and lasted and lasted. I can't tell you how long I've had it. So yeah, really like been impressed with this. But you know, I feel like now it's perhaps just beginning to dry up and perhaps I just need to get a new one, but it's done really well because I've been using it for ages and ages. Right, yeah, I'm now thinking I'm just going to try a little tiny splatter of gold paint. I'm loving using gold paint at the moment, and oops, yeah, kind of feel like, oh dear, feel like a bit of gold is just perhaps what this needs. So, oh gosh, I hope this is going to be okay. Wondering now what is going to be the best thing to do my splatter. Oh dear. Now kind of thinking, oh, why did I decide to do this? Right, let's just get some book page and try this out first of all on the book page. So, yeah. Okay. They're not the biggest splatters, are they? Oh well. Right, so I'm going to do it on this one, was the one that I actually thought. How gorgeous does that look? So I don't know really how well the camera's picking that up, but yeah, I mean, just a small amount, but just enough to, you know, to give it a bit of interest. So yeah, really love how that looks. Let me just quickly wipe that off the table before I dab something into there, because it's very likely that I will. So yeah, let's just quickly mop that up. Okay. And get rid of that off the desk. Right, okay, so back to what we were doing. I'm just going to leave this one till last, I think, so hopefully it will dry a little bit. So this one I thought would look great with the green on there. Doesn't that just look gorgeous? So, you know, you could put it down there. Now I'm just wondering actually whether, I mean, could even have like, you know, a sort of ribbon across there. That looks pretty, doesn't it? Oh, I'm going to go with the first idea because yeah, that was kind of my initial thoughts, but you know, hopefully you can kind of see, I mean, you've got endless possibilities with these, so you know, could really kind of dress it up or put it down, dress it up or dress it down, depending on, you know, what look you're going for. So that's that one. Now this one, I was going to go for that blue one. I am still going for that blue one, but I also thought, just as I was kind of doing it, was if you had 3 kind of the same colour, actually, to be honest, maybe even 3 not the same colour might look quite cool. I thought you could do this type of thing on there. How awesome does that look? So that's another way to use those tiny ones. In fact, let's just do that, shall we? I know these are different because one has got the sort of patina-y type stuff on it and one hasn't, but I think it looks okay. So let's just go there and this one. Yeah, really nice way to use these tiny ones that otherwise, you know, I just kind of thought, oh, I'm not sure how I'm going to use these tiny ones, to be honest. But how gorgeous do they look on there? Absolutely love them, to be honest. They look really, really, really pretty. And then this one, which of course I'm still now waiting for that glue to dry. We were using this, or were we using this now? Oh, actually I'm quite liking either. Oh, it's a bit of a tough decision now. Not sure. Just looking through the camera to see if that's going to... Oh, let's just do this one. Right, I can always do some more, can't I? I must not hoard these. Because I can see already, you know, I'm having a sort of, oh, I'd like to hoard these now thing going on. And why? Why am I trying to hoard things that I can literally just make some more? I don't know, but I do seem to do that with these things. Right, okay, let's get rid of all these bits now and clear the table, and we'll look at what we've made. Sorry, just before I do that, just as I was clearing the desk, I suddenly thought, oh, eyelash trim. So that's another kind of look for this. So I've just prepared this decorative edge strip, and I've just popped some eyelash trim down there, and I'm just going to glue this straight over the eyelash trim. So that's another little quite fun look for these. So yeah, they're really, really cool, aren't they? So we have got the tassels, and I'm just going to pull in my journal again to kind of show you obviously how these bits and pieces would be looking. So we've got the tassels, obviously, you know, could dangle off of journal. Actually, they could dangle off of your decorative edge strips, you know, just anywhere where you like, really. So they're really super cool. We've got the decorative edge strips themselves, which, how awesome would that look just in a journal? And, you know, like I say, these aren't particularly bulky. So, you know, it's not bulked that out at all. I mean, of course, that's the least of our worries. It's everything else we put in that's going to bulk it out. But, you know, so, yeah, that's how that would look kind of just on the edge of a page. Got this one. This green one, which I absolutely love, 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 love. And this pink one, which I also did some gold splatters. I must be careful because they're not really dry yet. But, you know, again, isn't that just so gorgeous? Again, you know, you could put these on a cover. Just, you know, all different things that you could do with these. I really, really love them. And then, of course, we had our little ribbon pieces. So, again, you know, anywhere throughout the journal, or, you know, just on a page or on a cover like that. And then, of course, we had our beautiful flowers, which, you know, you could, again, couple these with your decorative edge strips, couple them with your ribbons. You know, just cluster them up like that down the bottom of a page. I just absolutely love these, and yeah, they're kind of quite addictive to make. So I think I might have to make some more. It's just a case of getting time, really. So yeah, I hope that you like them. Hope this has given you some ideas of, you know, how to use them and some things to do with them. I'm sure you've got lots of other ideas and things that you'd like to try out. So yeah, share your stuff on Facebook, on our group, and yeah, have fun, guys. Thanks so much then. Bye.